according to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop it, ass shit. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ass shit to stop it, ass shit to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, young, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. For the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ain't she the prophets? That baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Jay-Z, you know the chop. Ayazahab. Badness no sir. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay, boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplaced. The key them in your head stop misbehaved. Cratch his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this place. War with them bunny like plastic plate. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We no take drape up, we no take bait up, we no stay up. And when the next day come, we no change up. My heart them bad as them wake up. Take care bus boy head top shake up. So tell a pussy well don't violate us. No care where your status, where you take up. Every man a killer till miss a dead face you straight up. Great stuff, one Westling bigger than NATO. Man we boss it to NATO. Only man we afraid of, that are the creator, the maker. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15 and AR rounds. AR-15s and AR rounds. AR-15s and let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot gasket stay, boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that lick straight. Shot misplaced. The teeth them in your head stop misbehave. Catch his face. The key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds.
This a Batman tune. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they'll drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they sing about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet. That's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cold, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup. I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's One West practical, gladiator, maximum. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
Hey, oh, yeah, yeah. what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my hock can gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talkin' shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves, while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Bring this a little closer, if you don't mind. Let me know if we center. We up already? Hey, you have some shot with the thumb. We have Manchester inside. Zappa one, Rob on. What's going on, Akim?
Wow, sir.
Wow. That's fine. All right. You have some shot with the thumb. Y'all Shemata Bashimian Shai. We are ISUPK scripture breakdown for UK. If you all have any questions, let me know. Cap, I think that's a little too high up here, you know. Just a little. Just bring it down some. So it's no. Bring the tripod down. Shorten the legs just a little. Yeah, man. You know what? Just run the Hebrew Academy one in the meantime while you adjust your mic. Oh, a song, any food drive, anything. Fuck around. Oh yeah, that either one.
Okay. Homie, I've been.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Where are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He was like, who is this nigga? Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath Alham wa Idea Yahau.
The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so Al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So Al, when it's joined with something, means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like, if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Fit me, had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
You good? All right, we back in, right? All right, we're starting correct. ISUPK UK Scripture Breakdown class. Yabashim Shabbat Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Lathan Bashim Yahshai to all the sisters. Holding it down. ISUPK under command in General Yohana, hardest working man in Israel. Building schools all over the earth, all over this world for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're going to get in today in the UK. If there's any questions, you could get them now. Anything you wanted broken down, anything you wanted revised, anything you wasn't sure about, whatever it is, you have a refresher. Today is the day you're going to get it in, all right? So let me know what we have. You may get questions online. I know the past couple of classes, there was some questions I saw we didn't get to. I would like to revise those as well too, all right? I'm going to tell you which ones it is. All right. So let's go.
Go on, so I got a question from Zarpan from Manchester, so Shalom in Christ. I would like to get a breakdown of Genesis 1, verse 26 to 27. His understanding that the Lord gave Adam the laws.
Okay. Okay.
Slack other one.
Yeah, go ahead, priest.
Yeah, so it's 1 and 26. So it's like, you know, when the Lord made man in the 6th day. But it's 2 and 7. 2 and 7.
Raise his volume up a little bit more. Say again, to Zap 1.
Like, yeah, so it's 1 and 26, and then it's also 2 and 7.
Okay. We'll get either one. I wonder, could I move this back a little? I ain't want to throw nothing down. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I got it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can't have got the other one yet.
Which one are you going to first? 1 and 26?
I can't, I can't yet.
All right, let's go. Let's start with that one. That's the one.
All right. Genesis chapter 1 and 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness.
Okay.
And let them have dominion over the fishes of the sea and over the fowls. So like, so he said, let us make man, meaning, so I understand that he made man in abundance at that point, but like, did he literally create man from the actual dirt or soil type of thing? I want to get that on the. So I know that he gave Adam his laws in Adam his laws. So obviously raising up man from the dust, meaning the low state. I understand that bit, but also the actual physical creation. That's what I'm trying to get at, or get a better understanding of.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so say the three questions again. Is this verse here saying that man came from dirt?
So I'm asking, when it says, let us. So I'm asking, did the Most High create us from the dirt? Yeah.
Okay.
From the earth, so to speak. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. I have that. What's the other question?
I think that was it. So I know that the Lord gave Adam his laws, which raised him from the dust, which it's breath into his nostril, the breath of life, meaning his laws, right?
Okay.
So then Adam was upright rather than being like a beast and just anything he grabs he puts in his mouth, or like the other nations, etc. So okay. I understand that bit.
Okay.
But the point, but I want to know physically. Was we created physically also from the dust, from the soil then?
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
So just
deep dig. Yeah.
Okay, so just to be clear, right? For anybody who listening to, this verse here is not talking about Adam's creation, right? I know to Officer Zapon, I know you already know that, but this verse here has nothing to do with Adam. This is not at all talking about Adam's creation at all. All right, Adam came after creation. Adam was not created with mud and dirt like the Christians teach, because Adam came after all the Lord's work was done. All right, and we're going to read that too. Okay, so for your question, right, you asking if the human race came from the earth. That's what you're asking. Right?
Yeah, did we? Yeah, was we physically made from the ground also? Yeah. As well as the laws,
Okay, so now let's skip up to hold on.
Is it 20?
Let's skip 23.
No,
23.
No,
23. In fact, skip up a little higher. Skip up to. We're gonna jump around just so everybody understands how it's written in Genesis 1. All right. So let's go. Start at 9.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 9, and God said, let the waters under the heavens be gathered onto one place,
Gone. And let the dry land appear. And it was so.
Right? So they said, let the waters be gathered to one place, let the dry land appear, and it was so. And when you continue reading 10, 11, he's bringing forth, stuff that come out of the seas. No, Slaki, he said, let the earth bring forth grass, this, that, the other, and then all the trees yielding fruit. 12, then read 13.
Verse 13. And the evening and the morning were the third day.
Right? The evening and the morning was the third day. So that was the day in which the Lord did this earth, did this work. On the third day, he did the trees and the sea, separating the seas, and the trees come up, and the evening and the morning was the third day. So now we're going into the fourth day. You understand? Go ahead,
Can I ask you the question, sir? What would this look like? This is like spirits is moving quickly, or?
No, not quickly, because remember the Bible says a day to the Lord is as 1,000 years to man. So this is a very long period of time of the earth being moved and formed. Right? This is what the oppressor would call evolution, or that's what he would call it. I'm not saying this is evolution, but that's what he would call this. Right? You have geological evolution, where volcanoes are erupting and causing earthquakes, which causes the earth to divide. And as the earth divides, what happens? You have cracks going from land all the way down to the shoreline and cracking, and then water fills in there. And now you have a whole new shoreline. You might have a whole new land mass that coming out of the earth, out of the volcano, or you lose a land mass that comes from the volcano erupt, and that piece of land just fall into the sea, right? That's not unheard of. Everybody know about Port Royal in Jamaica, right? Where the land fell into the sea, and that was that. So just think, this is a period of time where there's a lot of earthquakes and volcanoes and stuff is happening, and it's forming the earth, and the earth is taking form, and then after a while, these things didn't happen no more. You get the point? Like there'll be a season this is happening, and then we're in a season where how you sort of say most of the volcanoes is dormant. They're not rumbling as much as they did before, or there's volcanoes underground, not underground, underwater. There's underwater volcanoes, but it's not affecting the terrain of the earth anymore. Things is not moving, things is not shifting anymore. You get the point? Today, even feedback coming from. If you're not speaking, let's keep your mic on mute, all right? So you even today, you have places that either drop in elevation or raise in elevation. And Esau would tell you is, in the last 20 years, this place moved 4 centimeters. And to the average person, it's like, you don't give a damn about that. But Esau knows the history of geology. And he knows that 4 centimeters in 20 years, he might be able to say that's very rapid, because in the last, 10,000 years, there's only been 2 centimeters of movement. So to have, 4 in 20, something's up. Or he might say that's very slow. You get the point? The earth moves a whole lot. There's some called tectonic plates, where the earth below the earth we on sits on plates that supposedly, according to Esau, slide on what they extract from the earth, which is like oil and molten lava and stuff like that. And the tectonic plates move, and earthquakes either cause them to move apart from each other or rub, and that's how you get the shaking. You get the point? So there's things that move the earth, events that move the earth. So just think of a period of time where this is happening, and that's the predominant thing, right? Man is nowhere there, animals is nowhere there. This is the earth forming. And remember, the earth is formed from what? An explosion. This thing, when you say let there be light, boom, where did light come from? An explosion happened. You get the point? An explosion, that's how you got the light. And then he started to, he contained the explosion with the firmament. It's like you have this power source and you capture it, boom, firmament. You're in there now, and in here, things start to get cool, so you get the hard land. Then as the land there, now you put the waters was already existing. Remember, they said there was waters, it was just in verse, what is? Verse 2, read verse 2, Cal.
Come on. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters.
The waters was always there. The waters is what? The space, as you know it, right? You have the water, air. This would be considered water, just a certain form or phase of water. Then you have the water that you bathe with. Then you have the waters in outer space, like the deep, like his spirit moved across the face of the deep, like deep down in the ocean, deep into space. It's the same thing. That's why they wear what they wear. So now you have that encapsulated there. In there, you'll have the waters, meaning space or air. Then you have this explosion that would cause, and this would be where forming the earth as you know it, the land. And that thing moving, and then he brings some of the waters down in verse 9. Hold on. Let waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place. So in this firmament, under the heaven, some water, he bring it and gather it into one place on that land that's cooled now from that explosion. You get what I'm saying? So all this is happening over a long period of time. Don't think, it's happening quickly in how we are quick. You get the point? This is happening over a period of time. The best way to understand it is like a construction site. A construction site, you go to work let's say you pass on the east side every day to go to work. And one day you take the west side, you see they knock down a building. But you go to work every other day on the east side. And then a few weeks later, you pass back and you're like, damn, this went up quick. It ain't go up quick. But to you it did, because in your mind it's like, damn, this is, it happened quick. But a lot of, they've been building that since last year on paper. You get the point? So just think like that. That's how the earth was formed, with somebody designing it, somebody give the order, then the work go into it. And it took a long period of time because of how massive the earth is, the systems of the earth, how the earth functioned. It took a very long time. So when they say the evening and the morning, each day biblically is a very long period of time, like 1,000 years for man. Like, a man would think of 1,000 years. It's like, damn, that's just too long for me. It's a very long period of time that each of these things is happening, right? Esau would call it evolution. Tizapon, you understand that? He would call it evolution. You would
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Geographical channels, and you see a plant growing, it take you forever, but speed it up.
They speed it up.
Like that, okay.
So this thing, the concept of time for us is not the same for the Lord, right? The Lord lives forever. Man, you have old people will tell you they might be bedridden. You go visit them, hey, how you going, so and so. I just here waiting to die. And to you, it's like, what madness you talking? Don't talk like that. But to them, they live so long. And 70 years, 80 years is really not a long time. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the concept of time. It's really the concept of time is what you had to understand in this. So now, you have that. So there's a whole system of things being done. Then he says the evening and the morning is this day. The evening and the morning is that day. So now, skip me down to 23 to Zapon.
Verse 23. And the evening and the morning were the 5th day.
Oh, Musa in Christ to work. And the evening and the morning is the 5th day. So if you read from like 20 all the way down, that's all the work he did on the 5th day. Right? On the 5th day, that's the work he did. And now you have the evening and the morning. That's the 5th day. And of course, the evening would be what? Who knows?
It's like sundown.
The evening would be when the sun sets. And the morning would be when the sun rises. And that's a day. So the day biblically starts when the sun sets. That's the beginning of a new day. which is why our laws for being clean and unclean goes with the sundown. Until this sundown, that sundown. That's why our holy days start at what? Sundown. On the 14th day of the first month. At sundown is this, you get the point? Is this feast day, because that's the beginning of the day. Sundown, right? So that sundown to the next sundown, he did all this work. So now we're going into verse 23. We start in which day?
Verse 23 was the end of the fifth day.
So now, as we go to 24, what day are we starting?
God, the sixth day. Starting the sixth day now.
All right. So now we're going to read about what he did on the sixth day. Go ahead.
And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures after his kind, cattle and creeping things."
Say that one. Read it one more time, Axelaki.
And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures after his kind, cattle and creeping things, and beasts of the earth after his kind." And it was so.
So now on the sixth day, the Lord said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature." And which living creature is he talking about? Cattle, creeping things, and beasts of the earth after his kind. So not birds to what? Not I need one for water. You have another one? Salaki, bro. So not birds, not whales. What else you have? Not fishes in the sea, but this is land animals. Things you would find on the land, creeping things, bugs, and certain type of bugs. Some of the flying bugs, I think, was in the same time with the birds, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. But this is like land animals. Your giraffe, your lion, your dog, your cat. You get it? You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right? Keep going.
Okay. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good.
Right, so the same thing. He said, let the earth bring forth that, and they went to make the earth, make the animals of the earth, right? But coming from the earth, not from the water, because in days before, right? In days before, specifically, the fifth day, the fowl and certain other things came out of the waters. All right. So this year is coming out of the earth to water. This year is coming out of the earth. All right. This is coming out of the ground. Right. That soil that is coming out of that is growing from that and growing different species, different things being grown, and they're growing over a long period of time from the beginning to what you would have as the end of that work. You understand me? You understand me, Al? Or no?
Salakia, say that if you don't mind repeating that again.
No sweat. Meaning on that day, it's not a literal day. It's a long period of time. And in that long period of time was the beginning of the land animals and land beasts being made, but they come from the ground, unlike in days before, where the creatures that were made came out of the waters even the creatures that fly came from the waters. You get the point?
Right.
Previous creations, those things came from the seas. This creation, those animals, those creations came out of the earth.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Where you at now?
26.
26. Go ahead.
And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
All right. So, okay, from here, what do you understand here?
So, and here now, other one is where the Lord created man now, and on the same day, 6th day, and gave them dominion over everything that He created. All the fishes and the birds and so on that He created.
Okay. So, okay, I'll take that. This here is the Lord. Remember, the Lord made all the land dwelling animals on the 6th day, and then He took man, which is a land dwelling animal or land dwelling beast. You get the point? And He made man ruler over all the other beasts of the land, and over all the other creations of the sea, and over all the other creations of the air. You understand it, top one? You understand it? Go ahead, come on with it.
Yes, just the beast part. Would you right?
What beast part? Okay, this is what I want you to do. Try your best to verbalize what you're thinking, because I know you're thinking because you're keeping quiet at sometimes. Verbalize what you're thinking so I know what you understand, so I know how to explain it back.
I was gonna ask about the beast part, like when the Lord made man. So, like you just mentioned, was like beast in us, and I kind of understand that because Adam wasn't given the law, or man wasn't given Adam wasn't given the law yet at this point.
This is not Adam. Don't think Adam. This is not has nothing to do with Adam. This here is when he said, "Let us make man." He's talking about mankind. You ever hear the word mankind? Like a kind of mankind, animal kind. This man is a beast too, you know. Man is an animal too.
That's the bit I was. So okay.
Yeah, man is a beast too. Man is an animal too. We part of this whole thing. You get the point? We are part of this whole thing. Dogs communicate. People communicate. That's right. You get the point? We are we the same thing. Don't look at it like we are separate from them. We are the same thing, a different species. You get the point? A different species of animal.
Beast.
But we the same. We on the earth. Just like the lion, you need air to breathe. He need air to breathe.
Right.
He need food for sustenance. You need food for sustenance. He sleeps. You sleep. You get the point? He sleeps like you sleep. Find a place that's comfortable, that's safe, away from a threat, and he goes to sleep. You don't sleep like a fish. Because you are not the same as you're not the same as them. Some fishes sleep in perpetual motion. I don't know if you know that part.
You mean all together, like in sequence?
Say again.
Like in sequence. You mean Slucker? Like you mean in sequence, like they all form a line kind of thing and sleep like that?
No, when I say in perpetual motion, meaning. Like you stop when you go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Right? Your body, I forget the system is called, but your body does something that your brain shuts your body down so that you don't continue walking as you sleep. There's some fishes, brother, that they still swimming. They're not full swimming, but they sleep and they're moving. But they sleep.
Right.
You get the point? There's animals like that.
But
they the fish species. They wasn't created on this sixth day with mankind, with lion kind and giraffe kind and cattle and creeping and crawling things. You get the point?
Yeah.
All right, copy the hand up.
No, that was shocking as well. So man is like a beast-like animal, different, a more intelligent one.
He's supposed to be more intelligent. He's supposed to be more intelligent.
Right.
I've watched Animal Kingdom just like you are, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, I ain't sure we there. You get the point? Unless you come into the truth and get the wisdom from the Lord that gives you the wisdom to rule over everything. But even Vibes Cartel have a song, "Mankind is a Werewolf." You know that song, like Mankind, and he's he telling you in the song, he's understanding that man is like an animal. He'll do things just like an animal would do. You get the point? It's just we can understand what we do. The dogs understand what they do. The dog don't understand what you do, and you don't understand what the dog do. You get the point? So, and now the Lord said, let us make man. Let us make man in our image, mankind. Let's take this animal and make him like us. That's what they say, in our image. You get the point? In our image, meaning let's make him like us. Let's make them like us. When you say let's make man like us, the man, there's mankind, which is the human race. All the humans on the earth was created on the sixth day, coming out of earth like lions, tigers, giraffes, cows, goats, pigs, everybody. They all come out of the earth. And the Lord said, let's take that group and make them like us. Let's make them, on earth, they represent us. It's like England and America go to the Middle East and set up puppet governments. And they take, out of all the Arabs there and all the Pakistanis there, they take a group of them and make them shave their face and take off their turban and put them in a suit and make them talk English. How do you think Priti Patel is in charge of Homeland? Not Homeland, Home Office. You think she up there? I'm to us afterwards. I appreciate that. You think she up in the Home Office in a sari? Where's Priti Patel from?
London?
No. Where's she from? Yes. She's not from London. She's not a Brit. She's not an Anglo-Saxon.
Indian
She's from India. Why is Priti Patel not in the Home Office in a sari with her middle outside? Right? Why is he not in Shalom? Shalom. You're making all that noise. You come in here, you ain't say shalom. You gotta say shalom. Come on, give me a dab. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Shalom. You'll have a seat. I appreciate that. Like Priti Patel ain't up in the Home Office with her belly out like a normal East Indian, with the sari and the ring in the nose and the chain going to the air. Right. She ended up there with the period blood dot on her forehead. Because England took her and say, let's make her like us. She will be our authority there. And now she here. You get the point? It's that. It's like our ambassador. The Lord made us to be his representative on earth. He made man. That was his intention. That man would dominate the earth. And that's what we're about to read here. Right? The earth is a system like any other system. Like if you could take the Christianity off the Bible, you would realize that when you study countries and governments and how they operate, it's the same thing. They're just on the left-hand side, they're on the evil side of shit. But it's the same basic principle. It's like let's say a man builds a hospital and a man builds an abortion clinic. Is there any difference when you lay the foundation? Is there any difference when you put the walls up? Any difference when you put the doors up? The difference is what you do with it when it's built. That's this. You get the point? It's the same thing. You look at any kingdom, how it's built, the kingdom of heaven is going to be built the same way. It's just, this is righteousness here. This is the hospital. That's the abortion clinic. You get the point? So now when you look at this, he took this group of animals that was created on the 6th day and said, let's make them like us. Right? Read it again, Tizapo. Tizapo, you understanding it now?
A little bit.
Tell me what you don't understand.
Make them like us. I'm just kind of gathering what you just said, like with Pretty Patel, you know, take them, put them in our image, basically, make them like us. I'm trying to process that a bit more. I kind of understand what you're saying with it. So yeah, right. I just need to marinate a bit more, I think.
Okay, so tell me the part that's tripping you up.
Make them into our
image. And just tell me the part that's tripping you up.
No, I don't think it's tripping me up as such.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Make them into our image, so make them be like us, basically.
Say that again.
Just make them.
Make them verbalize it up. Verbalize it. Don't begin to talk and then stop and let the thought continue in your mind. Like, say it out what you getting, so I could let you know, yeah, you have it. Because you probably understand it, but you're telling yourself you don't understand it.
Yeah. So it's make them like us. You know what I mean? Make them. Yeah.
It didn't. Go ahead.
Like you said before, take that group of animals or beasts and make them like us. So give them the understanding that we've got. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Don't go that far yet. We go to step forward. But I want you to understand up to this point. Up to this point, there's a bunch of different land-dwelling animals, meaning these animals don't fly and they don't swim. They're on the earth, whether they climb up into trees or climb up mountains, or they dig holes in the earth and go underground. Regardless, these is land-dwelling animals. And then the Lord said, let us take this group, mankind or man, and make them into our image.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
It's like if I can use this terminology, like when Esau was in the caves and David took that some of the Edomites out, cleaned them up, and put them in our armies, kind of like that. You say?
No, that I wouldn't use that example. This is what I would use. You have a son, or you have sons, right?
Right. Yeah.
You want your sons to be in your image. What does that mean?
Think how I think. Do
what else?
Do what I do.
What else?
Say live how I live.
What else?
Don't know.
Anybody? Anybody else?
Cap? Dominion to take over from you. You go on.
All right, I'll take that.
Listen to what you tell them.
Obey you. I'll take that, sis. To be a reflection, image. That's a good word, sis. To look like you. To dress how you dress. Right? Ninja man have a gay son. Ninja ain't claiming that.
Right.
Somebody the other day, Everybody saw the Wu-Tang series, right? The Wu-Tang series. You all remember Ghostface Killer, and he had that his wife was one of them brothers' sister. I forget which one. That was RZA's sister, right? I remember they had a son, and his name was Infinite. Yeah. Well, Infinite is a sodomite act. Infinite is infinitely unclean. He's a whole sodomite act. And I just saw a video where some interviewer asked Ghostface Killer about his son, and he's like, I don't know that person. Something. And then Infinite come out and say, stop asking him about me because he's talking about me, and then people would attack me. And they show you a picture of Infinite, a video. Brother, it's bad. It's bad. Don't sweat it out. Don't sweat it out. It's bad. You get the point? Because, and why now is Ninja Man not accepting his son? Why is Ghostface not accepting his son? Even though he made his son came from him. Why are they not accepting their sons to Zappa?
Because he's not in his image.
He's not in his image. What is Ghostface Killer's image?
Personality, but there's another.
Keep it simple. Don't think too hard. Do you know who Ghostface Killer is?
I know.
Okay, no, that's an unfair question for you. But you know who Ninja Man is?
I know who Ninja Man is. Yeah.
What is Ninja Man? Why doesn't Ninja Man accept his son?
Because Ninja Man's a bad man. That's his image, so to speak.
Because his son is not in his image.
Right.
What is Ninja Man's image?
Bad man, innit? Gargan.
Okay. That's not Ninja Man's image. He's a lyrical DJ. His image is he's ultra masculine. You can't remember the interview with Emily, whatever. How many children you have? 22, 23, baby mother, whatever. He's showing you he's a manly man that produces children. That's his image. Now, one of them children don't want to produce more children. One of them children don't have no baby mother. One of them children is not even considering women. That he did not make that son to be like him.
Right.
That's not a son who chose to be like him. So then he can't be his son.
Right.
You understand?
Can, yeah.
Like that son, Ninja Man's son or Infinite.
Right.
None of them could go into any stage show. Ghostface Killer is he's a rapper from Wu-Tang. Ninja Man's son can't go to Lang. And you know who Lang is?
Lang. Yeah. Oh, can't remember.
No sweat. Lang is
I know who Lang is. Oh, the policeman Lang, innit? Yeah.
Well, he's known for being a promoter. He ain't known for his career in law enforcement. He's known for promoting Sting. You know what Sting is, right?
Yeah.
Right? Could Ninja Man's son come and tell Lang he wants to get an opening slot in Sting at the end of the year?
La.
Lang will say to do what? You's not no singer. You ain't. You are not. You not your father. Why you're not him? Why would I give you the stage? You coming to ask me for a platform that suits him. You are not in his image. You're not him.
Right.
You get the point?
He's in Salakia. He's in Shabada's image, not his father's image. You know what I mean?
So you get the point. So now let's go back and read the scripture again.
26. Khan 1:26. And God said, "Let us make man in our image." After...
You sure? I see why you all like this shit.
Come on, man. Took time.
Yeah. Okay. Either that or my taste was losing standards. Go ahead, Al.
God. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness."
After our likeness.
God.
What does likeness mean?
to being like you, like me.
What is the definition of likeness?
Character. So like
Mannerisms. Give me verses. That's more on it. That's more on it. Give me a definition.
It says likeness, the fact of quality of being alike in resemblance.
Exactly. Likeness is what you look like. You understand? What you look like is your likeness. You look like you have a resemblance. You have a likeness like this. So where we are 26. In our image is like an appearance or something, or a visual or something. That's the image of it. Image, because you also like an outline, like give me that image, a picture. Let us make him into our picture. So when people look at him, they could see us.
Right.
Him, let them and us is not the same exact thing, but it looked close enough. The lion is not looking like us. The gorilla is not looking like us. He is the closest thing to us. Let's make him in our image, in our likeness. Let's make him into how we look. Right? How we look. Not in terms of how physically we know, because the angels have what? 4 heads and wings. But with the glory and the power that comes with us. You get the point? It's that, right? Keep going.
Likeness. And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea.
Hold on, read that again.
And let them have dominion.
Hold on, read that one more time.
And let them have dominion.
You see, I don't think you get it to that one. I think you get it. No. Nobody had to read it. I have you reading it over, hoping you catch it. Anybody caught it?
I think I got it. I don't. I think
them.
Oh, them. Okay.
I thought he only made one person, according to the Christian church. According to the church, man, let us make man in our image. In the same verse, the next line, let us and let them have dominion. Not one person. Let them have dominion, because the them is mankind, not one man. You get the point, is that one?
Yeah, and I understood that already. The other one, yeah, I need that.
No sweat. All right, go ahead.
Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
So now he's given him dominion over everything he created from verse 1 on down.
Right.
All right, well, not literally verse 1, maybe like about 4 or 5. Because man doesn't have dominion over the sun and the stars and stuff. Maybe to a point. To a point he do. Right? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go ahead. Keep reading.
Verse 27. And God created man in his.
Does it say and or for you, or does it say so?
Talakia, so, yeah.
Okay.
So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them.
That's it, because it's mankind.
That's right.
Mankind, male, female, he created he them. In image of the Lord. You get the point? In to have authority and power, and to roll like he roll, and to move like he moves, think like he thinks. This here, to understand it, you want to precept it with our Father who art in heaven, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. This year is the Lord's will be done in earth as it is in heaven. How could it be done the same way? You need somebody like you on earth. This year is life. This is how life is. How could Commander Johnny Hanna have a school in UK and Brazil at the same time?
Right.
Come on.
Somebody in both locations with his image.
Somebody who is him in UK and him in Brazil and him in New York and him in Atlanta and him in France and him in Haiti and him in Philadelphia and him in California and him in Canada, all at the same time. This person is in, everybody is in his image. You get the point? Define, let's make these men like unto our image.
Right.
And the image he got from the men before him and who got from the Lord. This is what this is.
Right. Yeah.
Anybody ever watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Right? You remember whatever season everybody found Negan. You remember Negan? The one with the bats with the wire, the barbed wire around it. I don't know if you remember, but there was about 4 or 5 episodes where nobody knew who Negan was. Because all Negan's men and women, when they reach and they come to you and beat you down and take all your guns, and they say, well, who are you? He'll say, I'm Negan. Then a woman might be doing the same thing with her crew on the other side. Let's say it's in Birmingham. They beat people down, take all the goods. I am Negan. And the whole reputation of Negan started going around, but the account of who he was different. They say it was a woman, a tall woman, short woman, a black guy, big guy, short guy, old guy. So everybody is scared of Negan, but nobody don't know who the hell he is. And then they finally meet Negan, the actual person, and he just put people who think like him, do what he do, brutal like he is, to go take over the whole earth. It's the same system. You understand that one?
Yeah, kind on. Yeah.
All right, it's the same system, but this is the human race. This is mankind. This is mankind, the human race here. This is not one single man.
Right.
All right.
Kind.
You understand it? You good to go with it?
Khan, it was so we created out the dust of the ground. So but no one knows how.
It didn't say that. It did not say created out of the dust of the ground. It didn't say that.
So I'm referring to when you, I know, okay, not in those words, but when you said the beast came out of the ground. So how did the beast come? I'm going to ask that question. How did it come out of the ground? Do we know that, or we just?
No, I explained it to you. This whole process from the first day to the end of the 6th day is what the oppressor, the white man in his science, what he ignorantly calls evolution. Evolution, according to his science, is from dirt. In the dirt, there's life. There's water molecules in the dirt. There's microscopic organisms in the dirt. And according to his studies, those things evolve to bigger organisms, bigger animals over a long period of time. You understand?
Khan, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's what I was.
That's the creation of the 6th day. All land-dwelling animals came out of the soil.
Right, that's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
Out of the soil. Do not say came out of the dust of the ground. You're gonna cut yourself.
Oh, the soil. I meant
I know. Listen to what I'm saying. I know that's what you meant. I'm telling you, don't say that. You're going to cut yourself, because out the dust of the ground is talking about Adam's creation and not creation. That's another thing we have to change to change the people's mind. It's not, Adam was not created. Adam was written up.
So
Salakia.
Right.
Go ahead.
So Salakia, so
like the dig deeper, so like the deeper you dig into the soil, that's the soil, or that's the earth that man was created from. Would you say?
It doesn't say anything about digging deeper. It don't say nothing about digging deep.
Right. So how would we explain it to someone if someone said, well,
I just explained it to you. Even today, if you take a clump of soil, and put it in an environment, what can you find growing from that clump of soil? Anybody knows?
Probably.
If I could, sir.
Weeds or something.
I was gonna say like grass or plants, like plantation.
Okay, but you will have grass or plantation growing, but then somebody would say somebody put the seed there. In soil, you have microscopic stuff that nobody put there, and you'll get mold. You start getting mold because there's things floating in the air that has life. You understand? There would be mold. There'd be mold. I forget the names of it. Sporangia and spores and there's mold that grows. You get the point? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the earth, just think like that. In the earth, the Lord had things starting to grow from His will. He wanted that done. The angels came through and did it, and they started to grow. And they grew over a long period of time, each starting off in one way and growing into fruition to be this thing here. And they all came out of the earth. Right? They all were made from the earth or created from the earth. Right? How would you explain the fishes?
The fishes was created from the water.
So how you explain it?
The same way. So from the earth, the animals came out the earth. The fishes came out the sea. The same way that the thing what you just said, the atoms and all them things came together in the waters.
What you say? I should have asked you that first. I don't cut myself. I should have asked you to explain how the fishes come out of the water.
By the molecules, them same atoms and molecules all forming, and then created the fishes. The fishes evolved through that.
You could explain it like that. This is okay. Deliver it like this. The Lord said for it to be done, and that they have to come out of the water. Just like if I say to Zapuan, go in Moss Side and find me a building. I want a building in Moss Side. You are going to go to Moss Side and you're going to find the building. The Lord gave the order. The angels went into the waters and started to do their work. Right. The Lord gave the order. The angels went and made the soil produce man and produce cattle and produce goats and produce cows and produce lions. You get the point?
Yeah.
All right. Further is anything further than that. Now you're going to go into silly arguments about how this is possible and blah 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 blah. You get the point? Right? That's what happened. That's the record of it. This is what happened. The earth was there, and out of the earth came land-dwelling animals. Just like when land-dwelling animals die, where do they go?
Back to the earth.
Back into the earth. And then when they go back into the earth, what happens?
Coming back up again. Oh, they're born again then.
They're okay, you gotta explain it.
Regenerate. They regenerate.
How?
Through us, back through whoever's on the earth at that time.
I don't understand what you mean.
You say how did they come back in the earth?
Yeah, because that body is now where?
In the ground.
As what?
As dust. As the back to the soil.
As dirt.
Dirt, right. Mm-hmm.
So how do you come back?
As you come back as dirt. Again, it's the.
Anybody else want to try?
Mm-hmm.
Rida?
If I could, sir.
1 second, Robin.
You come back through your bloodline, through your lineage, from your.
Okay, you have to describe it. You have to describe the whole thing. People listening.
You gotta, they have to, a man and a woman has to, come together and, do the thing, and then after 9 months.
Mm-hmm. A man and a woman has sex, and then conceive you. How does the man and woman conceive? Okay. I'm trying to ask it in a way not to make it too vague, but not give you the answer. Where does your flesh and stuff come from? Go ahead, Robin.
I think I understand your question. You're asking, so when your mother and father, they come together, have sex, and conceive, it's like it's a sperm and it's an egg cell. So it's small cells that then come together, they join together, and then over time they build upon themselves and grow to form a child.
Stop right there. At conception, you are small like a pound, like a what is it called? Penny. Small like a pence. You don't have arms, you don't have eyes, you don't have legs.
Right. Mm-hmm.
As time goes on, you start growing an arm, you start growing a head, and then more time comes and you start getting a thick, dense bone that's not flesh. Where did that come from?
Come
on.
Evolving.
Well, that's what the white man calls it.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord calls it the system of life.
Right.
I'm going to explain to you where it comes from. Let me see if you'll catch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen trees, huge trees. Like, what's the biggest tree you have in the UK?
Evergreen oak tree.
Evergreen oak, the big old oak that grow tall, like 50 feet in the air. Big as shit. Bark, big. You can't even put your hands around it. That tree started off what? As a little seed.
Mm-hmm.
So where all that bark and leaves come from?
Like I said, life.
There's a little bit more than that. Just think about it. The tree don't have no mouth in it.
The atom. The atom.
No. Robin?
It comes from the soil, like the nutrients and the life within the soil.
Say it again.
It comes from the soil, sir. The nutrients and the life within the soil.
Say it again. You ain't got to get too complicated. Say it again.
Come on, it comes from the soil, sir.
It comes from the soil. All that big old oak tree that's there for hundreds of years, that's dirt. That the roots that come out of the soil pulling from the dirt and changing the dirt into bark. Bark. All that right there. What happens when you pull the tree out of the ground? What remains?
The roots.
No, you pull the whole thing out. You pull all the roots.
Soil.
But no, there's a hole there. There's a hole. Like, okay, let's say you pull the root, the whole tree out. Is the land the same? There's a hole there. Why do you think there's a hole? The tree done ate up the dirt and made this big thing. This is why when wood rots, it turns into dirt because it was dirt to begin with. You are dirt to begin with. Whatever life that's there, it's able to synthesize the dirt and make flesh and hair and keratin, which is your fingernails, is a type of protein, and the calcium with your bones. If you ever see a baby, the baby bones don't even connect. That's why babies' limbs are so loose when the baby coming out. They could twist the shoulder all how, and because the baby's bones is not fully connected like an adult. And then as they grow, it connects and forms tendons and gets strong from eating first the milk, then they start to eat hard food. But the milk they was eating comes from the mother who's eating what? Milk? What's mommy eating? What kind of food? Plants, lettuce, and cucumbers that grow where? In the dirt. It's dirt you're eating. That seed synthesize and make a big cucumber. Or the animal, the cow eat the grass that turns soil into the green grass. The cow eat the grass, and the cow belly turns the grass into meat that you eat. What happens if you get a slice of cow, a big old steak from Asda, and you don't cook it, you don't preserve it, you leave it out? It rots. And if you throw it outside, what happens? It turns to dirt. It's dirt. We all come from dirt. Go ahead, Al.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying even if you're not a vegan, that meat still eats.
It's coming from the dirt. It's a cycle. That's why they say from the dust you came, the dust you're gonna return. We don't have funerals. The word funeral, it means to burn. It comes from that Latin word. It means to burn. The East Indians have funerals. We have burials. Just over time, people start to loosely use our burial procession and call it a funeral. But a funeral literally means to burn. What we have is a burial. And they bury you because you came from the dirt. You get the point? Everything comes from dirt. The car. You have a car outside, right? It's plastic and aluminum, all kind of shit. Don't drive it for a while, put a dent in it and let the dent rust. And come back in 20 years, you're gonna find what? A pile of dirt. And it was everything, it comes out the earth. You understand?
Oh God.
No. You understand?
Yeah, can. Yeah.
No, okay. I don't like to get this deep and scientific with it because usually, I'm not saying this is you. I know you asking to understand. Usually, if I have to battle somebody with this, it's some filthy weed head that trying to think we don't understand creation or the Bible, that using this to justify the sin that they're in. You get the point? So I just tell them, Lord said, let it be done, and everybody come on the earth. That person is not, if I explain all this to that person, they're not going to come and sit in class.
Right.
They're not going to come and sit in class. As you begin to teach, this is what you start to realize. 90% of the people that challenge you with the questions don't want the answer. There's a small percent that actually want the answer, and they're pressing you for it, so they'll come and they'll ask. 90% of the people who you tell Joseph had sex with Mary, Christ is black, angels is black, and they believe, they'll believe you, and then you could explain more to them. You understand?
Right.
Sometimes you could be full of zeal and fervor and think, if I break this magnificent thing down to somebody, you're going to blow their mind and they're going to come in the truth. No. They're supposed to see you in the likeness and the image of the Lord, and know that what comes out your mouth comes from the Lord. You understand? And follow that whole thing. Right? You get the point?
Oh God.
Give me the way. Blessed is he that believe without seeing. You know what I'm talking about? See if you can find it for me. So does that one, you understand that?
Can, yeah.
That's a deeper understanding of it. In the sea, or the birds that fly. You've ever seen like a dead bird? After time, what happened?
It rots.
You might think it rots. That bird literally just disintegrates into air. A bird's bones is hollow. That's how they could fly. It's less dense. It's really air encapsulated into imagine like how your bone is solid. Imagine now that bird's bone is like a PVC pipe. It's
Right.
more air than bone. That's how they could stay up there. It's like air floating on air. So as their body breaks down, it just disintegrates into air. The same thing with the fish. Fish break down, he gonna melt into the sea.
That's a lot of fish now, kill it. And a fish disappeared.
The fish just disappeared.
I don't know when I take him out. Where's this fish?
He dead. Well, but they got the other fish gonna eat him. They're gonna eat parts of him, and then what remains is just gonna melt away into the waters, like the bird melts away into the waters. You're not really gonna see a bird just going all the way like that. A bigger bird, the entrails might rot into dirt because why? The bird is eating. No, the bird is eating the dirt. It's eating more dirt. It's like a what it's called Kobo, John Crow, like a John Crow bird. That bird is eating dead things. It's eating flesh that's dirt, big amounts of dirt. Versus like a pigeon that just picking small things. You get the point? But for the most part, their body is going to disintegrate. That other thing that from what they eat is going to go back to that, and the actual rest of the body is going to just disintegrate. You and I are not like that. Why? Because they're digging up bones from 100 years ago today, and that shit ain't disintegrate. You get the point? We come from that medium. You get the point? We come from that medium. But again, to Zap One, you are ready to hear the answer. So as I'm breaking it down, you seeing it, you understand it. Most people who are asking, like them fools who asked the question the last time about where man come from and man and different man, brother, to explain this to them, they don't understand that shit. But yet they smoke the weed that come from the earth. It comes from the earth, It comes from the earth. Idiots. But when it goes in your mouth, it goes into the sky. It's not natural. It's not a natural flow of the life.
Oh God. I got scripture you want to. Says John 20 and 28. Yahweh said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet believed.
But Thomas, you ever hear the phrase doubtful Thomas? Don't be a doubtful. That comes from the doubtful Thomas is not in the Bible. That's just what people say. Just think UK culture, how they, chatty patty, right? They call it doubtful Thomas because Thomas did not believe Christ was Christ. Right? You know what I'm talking about? Thomas saw him after he came out of the tomb, and I think he said something. Thomas didn't recognize him, but then he said something else, and he knew only Christ talked like that. So he turned and he see him. He's like, "Who are you?" Go ahead, sis.
Obviously, I grew up going to Catholic schools and stuff. Is it accurate biblically that he said like Christ showed him like the whole?
It says there. We can read it. I think he told Thomas touch his wound. Right. Put it back up there, Cap. Wait, say where you at again.
John 20 and 28.
John 20.
About 28 from yeah, 27. All
right, skip up to 26.
Verse 26. And after 8 days again, his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Jesus, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst and said, Peace be unto you.
So the disciples was in a room somewhere, and the doors were shut because they just lost their leader. You know how UPK is. Shut that door, lock that door. So heavy on Shema. Christ came through. The doors are shut. That's a miracle in itself. How the hell he get in? And he stood in the midst of them, and he says, Shalom, Yabashim Shabakatha, peace be unto you. He salute them. Keep going.
Verse 27. Then saith he to Thomas, reach hither thy finger. And
hold on, I think we had to skip up to where he didn't believe him. Hold on. It might be a different account. There's an account where he said they didn't recognize him at first. And then he said something. No, we could stay here and read it. You could find that one after. And he said something, and that triggered them like, hold on, this is really him. But go ahead.
thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it in my side, and be not faithless, but believe it.
So he really checking Thomas, because Thomas didn't believe it was him. And he said, Thomas, come on, check these wounds. He showed, hold on, let me see what
Yeah, Slakia. Slakia, though. I think it's in 25 there. Where Thomas didn't believe. I think it's in 25.
Okay, this is when he doubted him. This is when
yeah.
he doubted him, but there's something before. Hold on. Read 25. I'm going to find the other parts.
Verse 25. And the other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I see in his hands the prints of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will believe not.
Now understand this, just really, once you understand black people act, this is niggas act. This is niggas right here. Now, they come and tell Thomas, listen, Christ here, he's back. Thomas know he saw that man hanging on the crucifix. He know that. He saw them pull his body down. He saw that Christ was dead. He said, read it again.
Come on, God. Except I shall see in his hand the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails.
He mean it, you can't just paint on something in the hand. I had to put my hand into that hole that the nails was there. Go ahead.
And thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe.
You see, I ain't believing that shit. Y'all talking. I saw them kill him. That's what I saw. Which lets you know what? Come on. What does that let you know?
The Yahushua, like, raised from the dead. My man saw him literally dead, brutally.
He was raised from the dead. That's one thing. Christ taught that he would return. He said, I would destroy the temple and be raised in 3 days. They didn't understand it. He was raised. Thomas didn't believe what he was teaching. Thomas didn't believe it. Thomas needed to put the finger in the wound. Go ahead.
You know, he said the account where he didn't recognize Christ. Was it because his constant change?
Not him. Somebody did. I can't remember if it's for sure him, but somebody did. It's probably right here. I could find it. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you were saying?
No, I was just asking that.
If his what?
Did Christ look different then?
Okay, he looked different in terms of he wasn't beaten and bloodied and starved. It's the difference between, not saying he was an addict, but you know, everybody know Kodak Black, right? You all remember Kodak Black before jail?
Yeah.
And Kodak Black after jail. What he looked like. Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane went in jail big, overweight, eyes yellow, slow talking. Came back out different. You could tell it's him, but it's not him. You get the point? Different in that aspect. Don't think different like a magical change. And, you know, you get the point. Not the account from Ezra's. And Ezra's is say he stood head and shoulders over everybody. That's not this year. This year is he got a new body that hasn't been corrupted. You get the point? Go ahead.
I was thinking, did he look like having to Revelations? You know how like his head was white?
I can't say that because I don't say that here. You get the point? But Revelation was a vision of him in power over the churches. I believe the Revelation account is closer to the one in Ezra's with him head and shoulders over everybody with the crown. That's more. This here is just think like when you go, somebody died. Remember, Christ is not living rich. He's damn near nomad. He ain't got no home. He moving from city to city, town to town, teaching. They took him, they beat him, put the crown of thorns on his head, bloodied him up, beat him, smite him. He stayed there, dehydrated for how many hours? Then his body went into the tomb. And now he come back and there's no marks. There's no save these wounds. Now he ain't come back swollen up and his face is back and healthy and looking strong. You get the point? Says?
Yeah, you said. A bit of a two-part question. So you know how like they say like the truth is not for everybody, like some might read it and understand it, some might not. Some might come in the truth, some might not. The purpose. You know how Christ spoke like in parables, like even from his youth, he spoke in a way where if you get it, you get it. Was that intended like for some of the disciples, like some were gonna catch it, some weren't, or is it just
Not for the disciples. What happened with the disciples was different. What happened with the disciples was Christ's entire ministry, meaning his work, really was 3 years, around about 30 to 33. Everything he did before was leading up to that time. What we read about in bulk is those 3 years. And 3 years is not a long time. Just think about your third year in the truth compared to year 10. And think about the understanding you had 3 years in, coming to class a couple times a week, coming to the Sabbath service, versus 10 years later. You get the point? They were just so young and was not, remember, a lot of these brothers was fishermen. You know, they wasn't highly educated brothers, like meaning they wasn't brothers that grew up learning the law of Israel, not like how Paul grew, or you know, the Sadducees and Pharisees. They grew up raised up with the law and stuff. Christ was teaching them the whole truth as a grown man while doing work, sending them here, go do this, go do that, run there, do this, do that. And they're following him because he's Christ. And they get an understanding as they go. They didn't understand nothing, which is why he tell them in the other verse we're about to read, blessed, they saw me and they believed. You needed to touch me. Blessed is he that sees and believe and doesn't need more proof. The brother who could see that and get it, he is better. You'll hear the general say this. A brother who, he don't know nothing about the Bible. He know Christ is black, he know the Jews is black, he know UPK is the home and the truth, and he coming faithfully. He is better than a man who knows how to break down the scriptures cover to cover and pull precept, but he never shows and think he doesn't need to follow a man. You get the point? That brother who comes, he may not understand all this. He don't need to. He has Christ. I don't need to understand everything here. Why the hell I need to? Command and Johnny is right there. What I need to do is do what the hell he said to do. That's right. He said, lift that up, go put that there, I'm going to do it. Drive over there, pick up that, I'm going to do it. Because I know what he's the man the Lord chose. That was the relationship with the disciples. The disciples didn't understand nothing, anything. They were young men and very carnal. Remember, after he taught, the people didn't want to leave him alone. He went out, the people followed him. One of the disciples came and said, Christ, send them away. It's getting late. The shop's going to close. They're not going to be able to buy something to eat. Christ, being a seasoned man, realized he's saying, I don't want to work no further. The day is over. Send them away because I want to eat. Christ turned to him and said, you feed them, nigga. Why am I sending these people away? So he's saying, Christ is saying to him, why should I send people away who following me? They following me, feed the flock. And Christ said, I'll feed them. He said, you feed them because you wanted to send them away because you were selfish. Get the point? They didn't get it, Ak. They didn't understand. And what did that disciple do? Say with me. Christ didn't know what he's talking about. He went and did what he did, what Christ told him to do. And what happened after? Nope. Nope. Who knows? Might have get it.
I'll say if you could get it, because I'm not going to get it.
Okay. We'll get it. Let's finish this one. I'm going to tell you for time's sake, and then we'll get it after. They went and get the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and they ate first. So the very thing he wanted to do, he got it anyway, but he only got it because he followed what Christ told him to do, which was go, he said, you feed them. And then he told him, go get this, go get that, and he brought it back. The disciples ate first. What was left is what Christ multiplied to feed the multitude. That's why it's a miracle of the multitude, because it says Christ fed them with the crumbs from what was left from the 12. The multitude needed to see them eat first to establish order. and then they go serve everybody else. You get the point? We're going to get it, all right? It's the accounts here, the church always leaves that out. The disciples ate first. They sat and they ate, and they didn't eat like leave some for them. They ate. He told them eat, and then he said gather up the crumbs and whatever was left, and then he went to feed the multitude with that, and that was the miracle that he multiplied crumbs. He didn't multiply bread and fish. He multiplied bone and crumbs. That was the miracle. The Christian church ain't gonna tell you that part, though. All right, let's get, come on, sis. Something 5 fish, 2 loaves, 2 fish, 5 loaves. The point is, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, right? Where we at?
And after 8, on verse 26, and after 8 days, again, his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Yahushua, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, peace be unto you. Then thus saith he to Thomas, reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it in my side, and be not faithless, but believe it. And Thomas answered.
Hold on. How Christ know what he said?
Find the walls.
Christ knew, meaning, all the scriptures say you ought to give account for every idle word.
Like, if we talking shit, and man's hearing it, like, oh yeah, what's that shit talking?
That's basically this part here. He's like, hey, Thomas, you want to check the wound now? You want to check it out? Come check it out. Check the side too, because he hear what you said. You get the point? Whether it is the disciples telling, give him the report, or Christ just hearing because he's ruled over everything. So he said, hey, Shalom Yabshin Chapter, Thomas. You check it out?
So like Thomas in there, you say, I'll do that shit, man.
But that was the next day. Hold on, but that was the next day. Remember, he said it in hold on, it was 8 days later. Verse 25, the disciples tell him. Verse 26, after 8 days, again, they was in a room. The door was shut. Christ just appeared. Thomas. Right, go ahead.
Then said Thomas, then said he to Thomas, reach hither thy finger, and behold my hand, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless.
And be not what?
Faithless.
And be not what?
Faithless.
Go ahead.
But believe it.
He checked him. He cut him. He said, be not faithless. Before you had faith, right? When I was here doing miracles and shit, you was following me, you had faith. You saw something, and that took your faith. Don't be like Thomas. Paul said in Thessalonians, whether by epistle or by something, let nothing move you from the faith of Christ. Let nothing change what you have learned. I don't care what you see. Christ is black. I don't care what happens. The Jews is always black, and the heathens are all going to be slaves. In the I don't care what movie come out. Who's in power? If a dog talk to you in your sleep, a dog wake up and say, "Get up, nigga, go outside," and start to talk to you. The truth is still the truth.
That's right.
Go ahead, sis.
Right.
Christ cut him further when he said, "Bless those that didn't see me and believe."
Yeah, he cut him. He cut him further, and he exalted the men who did not do what he did, which is what happens, especially if you're in a position of authority, you're a father in a home, and you're trying to Esau does call it positive reinforcement, where you're trying to teach a lesson to everybody all at once. You're trying to reward the ones who doing what you say to do, and tell the ones who not doing what you say to do how they should be. All in one thing. You get the point? Go ahead. Read it again. Read down. Okay, so you tell him, touch everything. Go ahead. 28.
28. And Thomas answered and said unto him, my Lord, my God. Jesus said unto him, Thomas.
So after he say, behold, my hands reach hither, do this. He turned around and say, yo, other one. Now he want to believe. You You get the point? He's saying, "Oh my, now he believe it." Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen me, and yet have believed.
See, like Thomas, even though Christ thought he was coming back, Thomas needed to see it to believe it. His brothers, the disciples, came and told him, "Hey, he back." Exactly what he said was going to happen, happened. Thomas said, like, "Yo, where he at? Go, come on, man. Listen, I can't wait. Come on." Thomas didn't react like that. Thomas said, "You're drunk. You're drunk. Listen, nigga, if he back, I had to see this and that and blah, blah, blah." That was Thomas. You get the point? So Christ had to say, "Listen, blessed are those who don't need to see me and believe." And that's the type of spirit in the UPK where, you know, you brothers who over camps or who over cities, you all will understand it more. You're going to get a call from a brother over here and say, "Hey, I need this done, blah, 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 blah." And that call came from Commander Johnny Hanna, wherever he is in the earth, doing whatever at a time. He makes one call and somebody in Brazil moves their feet. There's somebody who would be like, "I ain't following that order. Commander Johnny Hanna have to give me that order." That's not the spirit to be in. You get the point? Your brother is coming to you. That's like how the 12 came to him, told him, "Yo, this is what I seen." He didn't even believe them because he don't have faith. He don't have faith in what he's doing. He's really pretending. He's fooling himself. You get the point? He's fooling himself, fully fooling himself. Come on.
So, sorry, we're back about creation to wrap it up. So, the angels are saying, right, we made beasts. Amongst these beasts, amongst other beasts, this beast will have dominion over the fish, over the, you know, the blah, blah, blah. So they know how to catch fish, smart. But even amongst those beasts, the man of a choose who has dominion over fish, but he knows what fish to eat, not just.
Okay, say that part again.
Right, so mankind has dominion over the fish, so mankind knows how to catch fish and knows where the best coverage is to get fish. But there's a man called Adam who got greater wisdom.
Okay, don't even bring Adam, because that part of the red had nothing to do with Adam.
No, but I'm saying the next part of Adam was made for the dust of the earth, the higher knowledge.
Okay, that part is still half of it. Because Adam wouldn't have needed to be raised up if man maintained the Lord's image.
I thought mankind had a certain amount.
No.
Okay.
No. The Lord looked and said, he said it, and I'll get back to it. Let's go back to it. So now, the point I brought out with this one here is to that one, like I said, there's some people who are going to challenge this thing, and they really they don't want the answer. They don't want to believe. They're looking for a sign. They really want some miraculous something. They want you to blow their mind when they don't understand. They don't understand, you know, simple things, and they want to understand heavenly things. It's just not going to work. You get the point?
Yeah, kind of.
Blessed is he that don't need to see, but believes. Believe based on the work and the teachings. Believes that thing. You get the point? So now let's go back. I'm gonna come back to the fish and the loaves. All right. Let's go back to Genesis. Somebody find the story of the fish and the loaves, though. So now, Genesis 1:26 is where he created mankind, right? The human race, and he gave man dominion over all the earth. He gave man his image, his likeness. So man was supposed to do what? Rule everything else. Did man do it? No. Mankind did not do it. Mankind did what the hell mankind wanted to do, which is what every parent experiences with a child or children. You tell them do one thing, they ain't doing it. They ain't doing a goddamn thing. I go through it all the time with my children with these damn shoes. For the life of me, they don't untie the shoes and then tie the shoes back. They just mash the heel down, which, brother, I had to look away sometimes because I know in about 6 months, they'll come and show me the back of the shoe. It's effed up and they want a new shoe. And what I'm going to do? You get the point? The shoe tied so long, the damn bow done seized. It didn't nut. You had to cut the shit. and they just mash down the back of the shoe. And when it's time to go to the playground, just push the foot in, pull the tongue, and just and squeeze the foot into that shit. And I'm like, who raised you, nigga? Like, damn. You get the point? They never do what the hell you want to do. And you're going to have to find one that will follow you and do what you do and raise that one up over everybody and start to give that one certain, it takes a period of time. You start giving them the props and the authority, and they know you're giving them power to rule everybody else. And over time, they start listening to this one. And that's what the Lord did with Adam. You get the point?
Oh, God.
So now read chapter 2. Start at 1. Read 1 and 2.
I can get it. 2 and...
I 2 and 1.
Nice and loud, Rudolph.
Okay.
Nice and loud. I read loud.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Thus the heavens and the earth were finished,
Uh-huh.
and all the host of them.
Right? Thus the heaven and the earth were finished. That was it. Lord did it. All the heavens and all the earth. Keep going.
And on the seventh day, God ended his work.
Say it again.
On the seventh day, God ended his work.
There was no more creation. That was it. The last thing was created on the 6th day, which was mankind, animals, everything that came out of the earth, created on the 6th day. There was nothing else created. All his work ended. Go ahead.
Which he made, and he restored on the 7th day.
And he rested.
So like he rested on the 7th day.
Go ahead.
From all his work which he had made.
And he rested. So on the 7th day, the Lord did no creating. He didn't create nothing, which means Adam was already there.
That's right.
Skip to 5.
And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground.
And the Lord said there was not a man to till the ground. What does that part mean? Cap.
Like a gardener, not a man to oversee stuff, make sure everything's going good, everything's doing. Like basically, man can do dominion, but mankind we're doing it basically. A man to till.
So when you say a man to till the ground, it's like there ain't nobody here to to get this, to whip this place into shape. Like that's a phrase. You don't literally mean you need somebody with a whip, whipping, and as they whipping, things start taking shape. It's a phrase. So he's saying there's not a man to till the ground, to tend to the ground and dig it up and make things grow and organize. There's nobody actually exercising dominion, even though they have dominion. So now I have to go raise somebody up now. I had to pull somebody over man. I had to pull somebody up and make them over man. Man was over the earth. Man didn't want to be over the earth. Anytime you see that happening where there's somebody who has dominion, but they ain't exercising it, they're saying to you, you ain't really want dominion. Now you had to get somebody to have dominion over them to push them to do what's supposed to be done. Adam was the one to push the earth, push everybody to do what the Lord wanted. Keep going.
Verse 6, and they went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground.
Right, this is before the time of rain. Before rain, there was a mist that would flow through the earth, like dew. It's like morning dew, how it, wet plants. Imagine there's a thick mist that would go through the earth, and that's what would water the ground. That's how it was. There wasn't rain that would fall. This dew, this mist would go through, and that's the mist that would condense on the earth and water the ground. And it's not a far-fetched thing. This is where you get greenhouses from. You ever hear a greenhouse? Is there water in a greenhouse? No, you gotta go in there and put water yourself. But the greenhouse, the atmosphere is moist itself, where it just condenses. Whatever gas is produced, it's so hot and humid and pressure there, it just condenses right back and forms moisture. You get the point? None of this is far-fetched. This is where the Lord raised up Adam to have dominion over not just the earth, but man too. Because now Adam is exercising knowledge that other people are not, and in doing something, you also get experience how to do it. Like I could give you a manual on how to do surgery. You ain't gonna cut nobody open. You could know that manual by heart. You could know what page 2 says and flip to page 102 and recite what it says. You could know it by heart. But the nigga who actually cutting people open, I'll trust him more than I trust you. Exactly. You got to do it. Exactly. This even in our world, you have the UPK who reads the Bible, teaches the Bible, and lives the Bible. Then you have some fool reading the Bible. You get the point? It's, the man wasn't exercising it. Adam went and exercised the whole responsibility, got wisdom through work, and now he was able to rise up above everybody else and live better than everybody else. And from Adam, the Lord started his line among everybody else who was in the earth. That's what happened. Not so much that his intention was Adam. You get the point? This is, again, the natural flow of life. You're going to make something and see what happens. And when you adjust based on what you see. And the Lord adjusted something. Same thing with Adam and Eve. Remember you asked that last week, how it was before? Everybody's same. Some shit happened. I need somebody to blame. Yeah. The Lord chose Adam to blame for how the earth is. He needed somebody to blame because that person gonna go and check everybody. Adam and Eve, some shit happened. He needs somebody to blame. Adam, what? You're gonna rule over everybody. You're gonna rule over her. She gonna submit to you. Some shit happened. I'm checking you. Get the point? I remember Adam told the Lord what? Lord, it's the woman you gave me. Just like the disciples told Christ, send them away so they could eat. Wisdom is like, oh, it's the woman I gave you? No sweat. You in charge of her now. Whatever she do is your fault. Even if you had no knowledge, I don't care. It's your fault. You have to put somebody in charge. That's how things get done. And that's what the Lord did with Adam on the 7th day. You understand now? All right, let me get the fish, bread and fish.
So you said Matthew's
14 good.
14 and verse 14. Book of Matthew, chapter 14 and verse 14.
Yeah, please.
And Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them.
Hold on 1 second. I don't know if it's your mic with your phone or something. You sound a little low.
A little low.
You up now? Go ahead, Rob. Let me hear. Say something.
You can hear me now? Mic check.
It's a little bit better.
Okay.
That's the one. I think everybody online can hear you if there's anything. Go ahead. Wait, it's 14.
14.
Okay, go ahead.
Book of Matthew 14 and verse 14. And Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them. And he healed their sick.
And that's one trait you must have as a man of the Lord. You are going to have to be able to feel compassion for your people. And this oppressor, he's so cunning. You know what I mean? Like I always say, the white man is probably the greatest salesman on the earth. Like that devil could sell some shit. You see his commercials? See how he'll do something and he make a whole commercial about something and you blown away. Because he knows he is in touch with being carnal so much. He knows how to tap into your carnality. You get it, boy? He knows how to show something, how to present it to make you lust over it. He understands that part of life. He's good at that thing. And because of that, he's master of presenting something and presenting an idea to you. And this oppressor, brother, he's so skillful, he'll sell to you the idea that your people are the worst people on the earth. And you, if you're not careful, you will start to lose compassion for your people and start to say, see, that's why your people need death. That's why this happened. That's why, like, them purple sodomites IUIC. Remember when Trayvon Martin got killed, they said, Trayvon Martin, who cares about Trayvon Martin? Right? He should have stopped. Who cares about him? In other words, he's some nigga that just died. Meanwhile, they took their ass to Chicago to try to march for Sonia Massey because they realized that black people ain't effing with that old sellout shit. But they think we forget. We ain't forget. We remember how y'all was saying Trayvon Martin deserved to die. If Trayvon Martin deserved to die because he didn't stop when the white man say stop. That's what the Hamite who pretended to be a Levite be saying. Right? The white man tell him stop. Why he didn't stop? Rebellion. But then I see rebelled. She rebelled with that pot. The pot put the pot down, right? She didn't put it down. So then, according to IUIC, she's supposed to die. You get the point? That's how they are. Because they don't have compassion on their people. They lead up and mocked. Remember when he mocked Christ in the interview? When he put his hands like this and he mocked Christ? And he said, I sit with killers. And when we put the cuffs on them, I see the bitch come out. And they started crying, I want to see my mama. He mocks, they don't have compassion, and they teach you to not have compassion. Right. Come on up.
Even the time when that guy they were like, if you got a warrant out here, I'm calling the cops.
I'm telling you it. And he said that's a free $2,000.
Yeah.
Free.
Right.
A whole person's life is free to you. You lack compassion. Go ahead to Zap one.
That's right. So like the other one, I remember that. It said if I could help my nation with that money. How is locking up your own nation to saving a nation that's retarded? You can't lock up your own brother. How are you going to save your nation with locking up your own people?
Because nation is sellout nigga word for me.
Right.
He really means to say I can help me with that money.
Right.
Listen, even if, what could $2,000 do for your nation? You can't even share that. You can't even, send money for people to buy groceries with that shit. Who that helping? $2,000 could make a difference to you for about 2 weeks, maybe. The average is like you get $2,000. That shit lasted 2 weeks.
Right.
You can't get you barely getting a good car for $2,000. In fact, you can't get a car for $2,000 because you need to do an oil change and you need to register the bitch. And that you need to do your MOT. So $2,000 can't even get your whole car. They're just selfish bastards. They have no compassion, which is why they did not march for Joy Morgan.
That's right.
This is why they took the purple off when they went to the court, which is why nobody hugged Joy's mother when she was there. Nobody said, okay, yes, she's in the world. Yes, she Rastafarian. Yes, this. But she lost her child, man. She lost the best child she had. This one, you had to talk about her. She was smart. She was this. She was going to school. She had other older sisters and brothers. But it's obvious they all looked at her like she was the tender baby. That this one we're going to protect. We're not going to let this one end up like us. You could tell that from when you talk to all of them. And they didn't have no compassion. Go ahead, sis.
Yes, sir. A little bit off track. How come they didn't? Because that's like you can sit down and ask them, even if it was, God forbid, anybody else. How come they didn't?
I'll tell you how come. Because Commander Johnny follows Christ, and Nathaniel, Nasty, Nate, Sodomite 7 follows Satan.
That's right.
That's how come.
I may say, they don't like wicked niggas, see in the world, but in our country, and them Hamas didn't believe in Christ and donated and gave him Hamas books and all that shit.
And not only that too. So Hamites is not committing crimes and selling drugs.
They didn't say, well, you Hamas ain't in all purple. They said, despite that, I'm giving man books and but for niggas to get anything from them, you gotta be on purple. You know,
they teach that the people at camp, if they're listening to them, you can't give them water. Yeah, they say the Bible says don't help a sinner.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on. I don't like to talk about them. I do like to see them face to face, though. I'm yet to. They're like the Yeti. They, I can't see them, but brother,
right.
I don't like to talk about them too much because they sicken my damn soul. But I do, they carnal. I like carnality too. You might know it, but I love it. I love it. Where we at?
We in 14 verse 15, sir.
Go ahead.
You
have compassion. You have to be able to feel for your people. You have to be able to be an advocate for your people and stand as a hero for your people. And Christ saw that and he was moved. He saw his people and they came together and they wasn't fighting each other and killing each other for once. And they followed him. He's like, man, I want to do something for these people. That's compassion. Yeah. Right, go ahead.
And when it was evening, his disciples came to him saying, this is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals. But Jesus said unto them,
Read that one more time, please.
And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, this is a desert place, and the time is now past.
Right? So now, and when it was evening, now evening is what? Evening is, the sun is dusk. From dusk till dawn, it's dusk. Like now, it's evening now. The sun will go there and have a little sun escaping. The night started setting. So when the evening come around, remember, they're rolling with him all day. You know what I mean? Sometimes you brothers know we go city to city. Sometimes you might eat. Sometimes you ain't eat, you working. You going to eat after the job is done. And then we leave this morning. And he's still going. It's like, them stores closing. And these people, they're here all the day. They might be hungry. You should dismiss them, so, out of compassion, so they could go eat. Christ, he understood his men. That's what I always tell you, know them that labor among you. Know your men. It's important for you to know every brother and sister in the context of the right way, intimately, meaning you know how they think, you know how they move, you know their needs, you know how they function, so you could help them the best way. Sometimes you might need to feed that type of brother. Sometimes you might need him to not eat and feed somebody else to help him out. You get the point? Right. You need to know your people. So he went to the Lord and said, Lord, it's night. Sun going down, so the store's going to close soon. Send them away so they could go get something to eat quick. Right? Go ahead.
Send them.
And he an Israelite, so he done put some salt on the damn meat. He say, and besides, this is a desert place. Like, you have them out here. They're even close to the city. We're out here on, where's a part of Birmingham that ain't no stores really? Just on the outside is places around, and it ain't the city where you can go get something to eat. Just say you're on the ends there. Just say, around the ends here, they didn't have no stores. Like, it's not like they're closer to the city where they could get something. He said, besides, this is a desert place, and the time is past. He making his case out because he hungry. That nigga hungry. Go ahead, Tizap one.
Yeah, so like I was gonna say, like the countryside, like when you're out in the countryside, all them little 1 or 2 shops, they shop early.
I'll take that.
If you're not near the city,
I'll take that. Countryside, some place as soon as they get on the motorway, it's some little place there, but once you there, after nothing. If you ain't have it in the fridge and you cook, you ain't getting nothing down the street. You get the point? So he laying it on thick, brother, hoping the Lord say, oh shit, is that it? Yeah, man. Hey, let's come back tomorrow. We'll answer all your questions tomorrow. You'll go get something. He was hoping Christ would do that. You get the point? Go ahead.
Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals.
And buy themselves. Like, send the multitude away so they could go amongst these villages and they could go find food now, Lord, because it's getting late. Because now if they go find food, what do we usually do after camp? Go find food. Camp is over. We done do our business. Make the calls. General, hey, camp done. It was good. Blah blah blah. All right. Hey, Akim, what we eating? What you all do? What we have? What we looking like money wise? We could go here. Hey, check and see where we could go. The sisters bringing food. We trying to find to eat. But we done just been speaking for the last 8 to 10 hours, doing work, gonna find food. Christ already knew that's what he was dealing with. He already understood. That's the reason he asked. Keep reading.
But Jesus said unto them, they need not depart. Give ye them to eat. And they say unto him,
say it again.
Come on. They need not depart.
No, 16.
Give ye
16.
them.
16.
But Jesus said unto them, they need not depart. Give ye them to eat.
He said, they don't need to go nowhere. You feed them.
You feed. Right.
They say, give ye them to eat. Christians read that like, give of yourself for the congregation. That's not how a nigga talk. See, they don't need to go nowhere. No, don't send them nowhere. You go feed them. Ain't that you, PK? Ain't how much times you call and you say something and you think you got the best case, you think you the slickest nigga in the world. And niggerette. Your woman ain't getting away from this shit. Your sisters be coming with you. And this and that. And then the voice quiver to try to think the tears gonna move here. And then you just, well, why don't you just do this? And then the pause comes because that thing is what you didn't want to do. Listen, if you're wise, you'd be like, you know what? I didn't think of that. You're right, sir. And you go. If you're wise. If you're silly and you listen to Satan, you're going to start to plead your case more and reveal more the demon that's in you. Christ told him, nah, they don't need to go nowhere. You feed them. That's right. You hungry, right? You know where to get food for you. Go find it for them. That's what it means to be in the service of the Lord. That's what it means. Whatever you do for yourself, you're going to have to do for this nation. And if you're not able to do it, you are useless to the nation. You mean to tell me you could do something for yourself? You could, whatever it is. Just think of anything. I'm going to give you a good example. The tribes. The tribes have different characteristics. The tribe of Judah, they said, Judah's hands will be in his enemies' necks. Right? What does that mean?
Okay.
What does that part mean?
Slacky.
Go ahead, stop one.
It's like the other one, like right up. How can I explain? Like right up, like right up on him, basically.
I'm listening to you.
Like, is it literal? Like right. Judah's gonna be right there with the enemy, right next to them.
Yeah,
to
hold somebody's neck, you gotta be close to them. Right? So Judah's gonna be close to his enemy, and he like to fight. His hand will be in the neck of his enemy, get him up and close, ready to kill. You get the point? Judah likes to fight. The tribe of Judah, that's one characteristic, or what's it called the other thing? Stereotype. That's a stereotype, right? On the left-hand side, the tribe of Judah is fighting who? Each other. You come into the truth, and then you start to fight the enemies of your people.
Right.
That's whatever you do for yourself. You fighting your enemy, you good at fighting your enemy. Now go fight for your people. Benjamin. What's Benjamin stereotype or characteristic in the Bible?
Skill left-handed.
1 second to stop one.
Like caring that we get a barrel to your back.
Caring for who?
The own, spoil, family. One man will boss. His job is to make sure the whole family back is cool. I'm probably sent for another one.
Okay, I'll take that to Zap one.
Yeah, I heard that one. So yeah, it's like how wolves.
No. Don't go. 1 second to Zap. Don't go get no more, please, Salaki. I ain't gonna do you all that. Anybody wanted something? I ain't gonna take the last listen. You sure? Don't do me that, Salaki. To what? I appreciate that. We take that. To what? A liar, Shah. All right, Zap one. Go ahead.
Yeah, like our look out for each other, like our wolves roll in a pack.
Wolves roll in the pack. There's a little bit more. Radar?
says Benjamin raving like a wolf.
Raven like a wolf, which means to what? Raven means to what?
What's that? Does that mean like if there's like a, you know, like a, they move like wolves, like when wolves are, when they're in a pack together.
And raven means what?
They like get aggressive. Is it something to do with that?
No, raven is something else. Raven is there's a definition for it. All right, hold on. Robert.
Oh, so like I said, I was gonna say we have a reputation of being a hardworking people, so
that's more the ravening. That's more the ravening tip, but hardworking for your own. Right. Point? Yes. Okay. Somebody look up raven. I thought he was looking it up. Raven, come on.
It says extremely hungry.
Extremely. Benjamin is very extreme about every effing thing. Everything. So the other tribes, Benjamin talk very aggressive. And okay, not all Benjamin. In fact, all. But of course, Benjamin flagship is Jamaica. And a Jamaican just talking. Other people think he arguing. You get the point?
Right.
Once again, if he actually arguing, it's a wrap. Because of how extreme he is. You get the point? Benjamin is very extreme, damn near about everything. Very, very extreme. Whatever he into, Benjamin going all the way into it. Benjamin more Rasta than Ethiopia. He more Ethiopian than Ethiopia. You get the point? Whatever he into, he going all the way. There's not a cutoff. It's not enough. It's never enough. More. It's just not enough. Read it again, sis. Extremely hungry and hunting for prey. That's what it means to raven. Benjamin will raven like a wolf for the family, for his own. See, for his own, you take a Benjamin out of Island and put him in New York, in California, in a big city. Give him some time. He'll have 3 shops, 5 houses, 1 BMW, because every Benjamin like a black man wheels. It ain't Bavarian Motor Wheels, it's black man wheels. And he's sending money back home. But that's for him. Selfish. Benjamin is also extremely selfish. Very selfish. You in the world as a Benjamite, come in the truth and raven for Issachar. That's right. Raven for Judah. That's right. Raven for Levi. Right. Come now and do everything you do for yourself. Do it for the nation. That's right. You get the point? Right. No, you can't. What you do for you, if you can't do it for the nation, you're really just useless. Go ahead. Hunt ferocious. Of course, it's similar. Let me give you a good example. Come on.
But also back to that.
This year will be the winner.
Pause. Come on. Let's get the thing. Go ahead.
How come Benjamin perception in America is hardworking, but England because it's lazy?
It's the same. It's the same reason that in America, a Judite is lazy, and everybody knows that, right? That's what you're told when you grow up especially in a Benjamite house. No. You're told don't go to America and be like the Black Americans. They're lazy. They squander opportunity. That's the same thing England is doing to you.
I know. Let me speak to a Judite. They hear about the Caribbeans got 4 or 5 jobs. In England, we don't get that same stereotype.
Okay, because listen. In England, you do. In England, you do. It's just it's not the same because England is more of a home for you. America is not a home for Judah. Judah's just stuck there. Judah's literally stuck there. It's not really the same. When a Benjamite goes to to America, you had to hustle so much because he's trying to send money back home. At one time, English pound was more than the American dollar. So your one job could pay for you and the barrel back home. You get the point? In America, the money's a little less. So you had to pay for you, and the cost of living here is lower than America. So you had a hustle for you. You work a 9 to 5 for you, and the 5 to 9 is for the barrel. You get the point? So it's more tying into the need to send back home and where you at. Where you are is going to determine that part. But Benjamites here got the jobs too. They go into it, they'll get the job, and then they'll have the job, and they'll open up a foods place for some relative to run, and they're running that too. You get the point? They'll do it. It's just not the same setup. But the work ethic is the same when you're doing it for you. Once you're doing it for you, nothing's stopping you. You could stay up for you. You could drive miles for you. You got a wife here and pick me here and this, that, and you doing it for you because you ain't no deadbeat and this and that and my pick me this and do it for somebody else. The longest kiss my teeth. So why they can't do it for themselves? God don't like lazy. Go and work. No, go do it for somebody else now. Let me see if you can really work. It's easy to work when your belly grumbling. How about you work to feed somebody else while your belly grumbling? That's not your role. That's real. That's something else. How it is now, where you ain't fighting somebody amongst your people who you think is your enemy, but now you go into war for the next figure who mightn't want to feed you, mightn't like you, but you go to war for him. That's being in the truth. You take everything that we have and we do it for the nation, you'll see something different now. You see something totally different. Somebody had their hand up, sis?
So you said how you went into like the selfish spirit of Benjamin. You're the most.
And so like, let me just clear that up. Every tribe has a degree of selfishness. I'm not saying Benjamin has the monopoly on selfishness. I'm beginning to think Benjamin had the monopoly on pride. Though. I'm about this fucking Salakia. Yeah, I mean, go ahead. Right.
And like you say, like they'll do the most for their own. But can that speak to like the spirit of when Jamaicans say, if you're not Jamaican, then if you embrace Jamaican, you're not Jamaican.
Okay, it's the same, but it's not a good example because everybody does it. Like Judah in America, Judah in North don't think the Southern Judahites the same way. Think of the Southern Judahites as you just some old country backwards, slow, and they call them slow. Old school would say, you slow, you from the country. You get the point? You all see the interview with T.I. when somebody said he was country and he telling them, no, I'm a city boy. I come from the city. He was offended to be called country, but he was being called country by niggas who's from New York, Fabulous, and somebody else who come from New York. And the context of it is different. And it's the same thing in the Caribbean. You get the point?
Brothers in America tell me how if you're born in America, you don't speak Spanish. You're not really
You're not really a Mexican.
Yeah, it's in Mexican.
You're not really a Salvadorian. Just like if I go back home, you Yankee now, you ain't Trinidad no more. Yeah,
right.
Say that away from me. Don't say that to me. You get the point? So it's that same thing, but it's just not the best example for it, right? The selfishness. Okay, this is what I would say. This is what I would say. The selfishness comes in is for you with your family, because your family is going to give you back the gratitude. But you raising up another people, and you would think in the islands, okay, it's one thing in America, Judah is separated in the different regions and zones, but Judah is under the heel of the oppressor, day in, day out. In the islands, you self-govern. Your leaders look like you. Your teachers look like you. You would think the islands would be way more together. And we far apart. I try to look up tickets for Trinidad to Jamaica, and it's best the brothers in Trinidad just come to the States. It's so expensive to go from island to island. And it's that by design. And then the cultures is further apart from each other. You would think we would do it, but it's that's a better example. The other part I think is that's in every tribe. You get the point? That part is in every tribe. But what you want to do is you want to push yourself where you may have skills and zeal and a spirit that you can do things for yourself. Bring that to the nation, and let's do that for the nation. Let's see how that works for your nation. You get the point? Akon is a big con man. He's a con man. He's a deceitful He conned the entire hip hop community, stole the music, lived off the music, took the money, and then went to China and bought cheap reject solar panels, went to whatever country and started setting up his own energy company. He was good at conning people. He conned people for himself. Now he's conning people for his people. You get the point? You take that spirit and do it for your nation now.
That's right.
No,
That's right.
Go ahead,
So, I was gonna say his name is in the his name's in the title. What is it on the tin? In it, a con.
He's a convict. He's a criminal.
Yeah,
he's an absolute criminal. He'll tell you before he got into rapping, what was Akon doing? Anybody know? He was not cars. He was selling stolen cars, which is what Hamites do in the States. What are stolen high-end vehicles? They usually listen. DC, you know, I live in DC. DC at one time, not at one time, it's still going on now. There's an epidemic of you park your car on the side of the street, you come back and meet your car on bricks. All the tires is gone because if you have nice rims, right? All the tires gone, your car on crates, you can't go nowhere. And certain cars they just stealing. They were stealing Kia. You ever hear about the Kia boys? People think it's a gang. They were stealing Kias, stealing BMWs, Benzes. Brother, last year, some shit happened on the ports in Baltimore. You ever see the wire? Yeah. You remember how the port was? Something happened on the port in Baltimore, and the police found containers full of stolen vehicles from all up and down the East Coast, going to Nigeria. So when they talk about black men committing crimes and stealing cars, the Hamites is running the whole thing. You get the point? Right. The Hamites running the whole thing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he was doing before he made music. He's a criminal. So now let's get back to this thing, all right? He said, you feed them. Where we at? 15?
Come on, 15. 15. And when it was evening,
16. Salakia, 16.
Salakia. And Yahushua said unto them, they need not depart. Give ye them to eat. And they say unto him, we have but 5 loaves and 2 fishes.
Right? So you say, you give them to eat. They turn around and say, how, Lord? We have 5 loaves and 2 fishes. That's what they was going to bring amongst them. Keep going.
Come. He said, bring them thither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and took up to heaven. Salakia. And looking up to heaven.
Hold on. Salakia, hold on. Where does it say companies? There's another account. That's in Mark. Yeah. That's the one-on-one. It's Mark. Go ahead.
Like that one. It says grass in here as well in Matthew 19.
No.
You got Mark 6 and 39.
Mark. Go to Mark 6 and 39. Wow. You can still hold this. We might have to come back. All right. 6 and 39. This is another account of it. Read from
Mark
36.
chapter 6 and
36.
Mark chapter 6, verse 36. Send them away, that they may go into the country round about, and into the villages, and buy themselves bread, for they have nothing to eat.
Right, so you get the same premise, right? Keep going.
He answered and said unto them, give ye them to eat.
He answered and said, you feed them. You give them something to eat. Go ahead.
And they say unto him, shall we go and buy 200 pennyworth of bread and give them to eat?
Now, once again, his men is what's come on, break it down. What his men saying?
So say, listen, what can I get for 2 pennies? Like, I got 2 pennies on me. What?
He's
why should I get? Should I get $10 for bread? He's like,
which is again, this is real life men you're dealing with. So there's like, there's a multitude. There's 5,000 people out there, sir.
Right.
So you want to go buy $200 worth of bread from Waitrose and give it to them? Like there's like, how the hell I'm gonna feed them? Right? Go ahead.
Okay, give it to them. He said unto them, how many loaves have ye? Go and see.
Right? He ordered them. He said, let go and see what we have. Let's see how much we have, which is what happens. That's what happens in here. You see it in here. If you haven't seen it, you ain't around enough. But that's what happens in here. Some brother or sister come through and they need something. Go see what we have in the back, what we have in storage. You do an inventory. Go ahead.
Okay. And when they knew, they say 5. They said 5 and 2 fishes.
Right? They say 5 because 5 is the answer to how many loaves you have. So you say, yo, we have 5 and there's 2 fish there. How? And again, just think about it. These men is traveling, moving, so they're carrying stuff with them. They have a little something to eat. They're soldiers. They're not waiting till the last minute. They have it ahead of time. Christ said, go see what you have, how much bread you have. We have 5, and then there's 2 fish there, right? Go ahead.
Okay. And he said, and he commanded them to make all sit down by companies upon the green grass.
Go ahead.
Okay. And they sat down in ranks.
And they sat down how? And they sat down how?
And they sat down in ranks by the hundreds and by 50s.
Christ broke down the multitude in rank. Groups of 50, groups of hundreds. Why would he break them down in rank? Who knows?
Salakia.
And he commanded them to sit them down in companies on the grass. He broke them down in rank. Go ahead to Zapwan.
To create an order and structure.
To create order and structure. I'll take that. Go ahead, Robin.
So that's what I was going to say, to put everything in order, to get in order to things.
I'll take that, sis. That's true. Need something else. One more thing.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
So his disciples, is it to split it like that? So say the disciples might have been like officers of 50, officers of 100. Is it kind of like
that's speculated because it doesn't say anything about their rank. So that would be speculated. But there's something that's for certain that this is evidence of. Christ was militant.
Right.
This is proof that Christ, Jesus Christ, the King of the Jews, was militant. He wasn't a preacher.
Right.
He was more military than a preacher. You get the point?
Right.
He broke them down. It says companies. Company is a military term. So like you on the Martian, left, right, company, 10, hut. It's a military term. And he broke them down in ranks, groups of 50. And of course, by the UPK culture, which comes from the Bible, there would be an officer of 50. Groups of hundreds, there would be an officer of a 500 or 1,000. You get the point? Like what Rabban was saying. It doesn't say that, but you know he's militant. And it says he's severe, stay in other places. So this is more proof the type of person Christ was. Right? So he ordered them. He said, go break them into groups. Break them down. Go ahead, sis.
Of these 5,000, they weren't just any and anybody, because in order to have the rank.
Okay, don't think rank in terms of highest to lowest. Rank in terms of groups, right? In the UPK, you probably wouldn't notice it, but you would hear, if you hear at Passover when they present in the Hebrew Academy graduates, you would hear Captain Akkad say 2 ranks or 4 ranks. Ranks doesn't just mean title. Rank also mean like separation. So 2 ranks mean 2 lines. 4 ranks mean 4 lines. So he broke them down in ranks or groups of first group, second group, third group, fourth group, fifth group. After the fifth group, make the ranks bigger. You get the point? So rank is not, it's different context. Keep reading, whoever was.
Khan. And when he had taken the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, he looked up to heaven and blessed and brake the loaves and gave them to his disciples to set before them. And the 2 fishes divided he among them all.
All right. Cap, you take over from me here, all right? So that when Christ took the loaves and blessed the food, he raised them up to the Lord and he blessed the food, he prayed over the food. Thank the Lord for this food and asked this food, black people pray over food. Come on. No, it was not. I already know he was going to ask. I asked the same thing. It's not. And okay, don't think bless your food. Think thanking the Lord for food and praying that he will continue to give you more. But don't think blessed like this food is now somewhat holy and you know what I mean? But that's what the Christians call it, blessing the food, because of this. Christ just prayed over the food. He prayed, thank the Lord for the food. All right, go ahead.
So, do we do that in Passover? I can't really remember before we serve the food. Like, is it a culture just like pray over the food?
Okay, don't know. The prayers is what we send up before you eat. You get the point? Before you eat, what happens before the food gets served? The food starts to get served during the Passover, right? There's a certain time the food is served. You come to the Passover, you're just there, you're hanging out, then the horn would blow. Then you hear Commander General Hannah drive in on the vans. Everybody saluting, he go up on the stage, and Mariam, everybody saluting, boom. Face the east. Wapanya Hakodam, face the east. Rise. Abanawa, Mashak Mayam, prayers. Go through the service. Prayers again. That concludes it. Everybody eat. You get the point? The prayers is there. The Passover is there for that. All right? That's what I say. Don't think of it like that. You get the point? This the whole thing. And the Passover is it's not lunch. It's not dinner. It's different. This is our service. This is how our feast day for it. All right, let's keep going.
And they did all eat
and
were filled.
And all the disciples ate and the disciples were filled. Which mean what? They eat like it's just 5 and 2. Them niggas ate and burp, eat and belch, according to them to Cartel and eat and belch. Brap. Right? Go ahead.
And they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments and of the fishes.
Why 12 baskets? Because it's 12 disciples. So it's like the plates. A man coming around, take up all the plates everybody have, and whatever is on that plate left. Now come on. Y'all know how Israel get down. Y'all hard on food. We is hard on food. And that plate got a piece of bread, half, some lamb gristle, fish head, the eye, that's the whole fish, the fish bone with the teeth looking like a comb, and that's the big tail and the head. That's the only thing whole. And that all going into a basket. That's what's left. The disciples ate first. Go ahead. And that's rank order. That's rank order. The Lord's men had to eat first. They're working. Go ahead.
And they took up the 12 baskets full of the fragments.
Full of what?
The fragments.
Full of what?
The fragments.
What's another word for fragments when you're talking about food?
The what left?
The what left? Judah called it pot liquor. The bottom of the pot. Benjamin called it bun. Or crumbs. Crumbs. What's left? Right? Think the white woman who asked her daughter be healed. It's not meat that I should take the bread and feed it to the dogs. She said, surely the dogs could eat of the crumbs of the table. Meaning, after you don't eat, whatever left, I'll take that. Don't worry about it. Which is our life in every captivity. We take the refuse. The cars we buy is the cars white people don't want. It got 25,000 miles on it. That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. I'll make that last 100,000. They go buy a brand new one. You get the point? We take their refuse. In the kingdom, they'll take ours. Right? So here, the disciples ate first. The crumbs was left. And whatever was left of the fish. Go ahead.
And they that did eat of the loaves were about 5,000 men.
Mm-hmm. And whatever from that 12,000, from that 12 baskets, that was the miracle. That's what Christ sent out to the men. And that's the five. The miracle was they were fed from the crumbs, not the 5 bread and the 2 fishes. The multitude didn't eat 5 bread and 2 fishes. They got leftovers. Get the point? One lesson to take away from the story is don't be in the multitude. Be one of the workers.
That's right.
Don't be in the multitude. So if you can't be a worker, no problem. That's fine. But shit, be up there. Come and put your bread in. So you're breaking. So you get the point. Like that's the miracle of it. That's really what happened. There was rank order in place. There was a man who is organizing everything. He's in charge of everything. Your preachers would send the multitude away. You get the point? Joel Osteen closed his church when the hurricane came. I don't know much about British preachers. I don't think you all. It don't seem like. Yeah, it don't seem like Britain is so much into church. I don't really know too much about British. It's more secular.
Yeah, even the white people who are Christian don't really celebrate Christmas because of Christ's birth. Celebrate it because it's a party.
It's just a party. Yeah. So what about what's the religion up here? Like, do people go to church on Sunday?
No, I mean, church Sunday used to be a quiet day, where it's quiet. Now it's open on Sunday. The white man who claims they're Christian don't really believe in whiteness.
I told you this is a Muslim country. Go ahead. It's probably the biggest one.
Catholic schools, but no one's really Christian. Like no one's living Christmas because
okay,
it's Christ's birthday.
The religion, people go to church. No, not really. Go ahead, sis.
So yeah, among the say Benjamites, Pentecostal is quite high. I grew up in a very, very strong Pentecostal village, and Sundays, Wednesdays, Tuesdays.
In UK?
In the UK. So
okay, I need to go where these Pentecostals are. Because they keeping all the young brothers and the sisters. I need them up in here. I need to go in there and fight them.
That's most black people. I put it the country on the whole.
Okay, I mean the country on the whole.
Yeah.
But it's the country on the whole for sure. But I still want to know the whole picture. You're talking about white people.
Yeah.
Well, white people not really into the church.
No.
Okay, so black people is into church.
Yeah.
Okay. So where the church is at? Who's the preachers? Who's the big preachers up here? Go ahead, sir.
Okay. All around, say Newtown, Aston,
Erdington for sure.
Erdington, yes, there's like 4.
Yeah, anywhere there's hell, the church is there. I can tell you that.
All there, but it's all derived. Like some of them in Jamaica, you got like Church of God, which is like old school, like no jewelry, no nothing like that. They're all churches in England. So like my parents grew up in that kind of like baptism.
Yeah, I need to go there, man. Sunday morning, Cap. Let me go and stir up some shit. I get approved. I'll talk to General Haas. But I want to go in there, brother, and preacher, come talk to me. No jewelry? Wrong nigga. I wear every chain on every ring. Put a chain on top of the head. Go ahead, sister. I was gonna say something. Okay, no sweat. So that's it. That's the miracle of the thing. The point is, you really, the Lord needs somebody in authority to push things through, and He sets it up like that because being an authority means you have the responsibilities on your shoulders, and you're going to take the blame for it. And because you don't want to get unfairly blamed, you will make sure certain things is done. Being in that seat means that you're going to get blamed anyway because there's just some things you're just not going to cover. You get it? But things happen. Things happen, and you just have to be willing to just take the charge for it. You got to eat the charge, but you the man who's going to fix everything. You're the man who's going to get to the root of the problem. You're the man who's going to organize, and that's what the Lord was raising up from Genesis. That's what the Lord raised up in chapter 2 with Adam. That's what the Lord did with Adam and Eve. That's what the Lord did here with the disciples. He constantly sought to give the disciples power. That's why He fed them first. That's why He spoke to the multitude in parables, and then after camp broke it down to the disciples after. And He said, these mysteries is not for them to know, but for you. So meaning what? If the multitude wants to find out what Christ meant, who are they going to? the disciples. So he's giving them power to rule over the kingdom. That's how the Lord works. Go ahead, sis.
It's a different question.
Okay, go ahead, quick. That might be the last question. What time we at? Damn. Yeah, last question. So last.
Just quickly, you know, the Song of Solomon, we talk about black and homely. Two people talking because one says that from a woman talking.
Oh, I think it's about 5 in them. I don't think it's just 2 of them. I think it's a couple of his wives. I think it's a few of them. And there's more in Songs of Solomon too. You're stuck on that black and comely. You'll go read about where she talk about the fruit she want to eat from, and he talk about the tree he want to climb. And good night, boy. I see why Cartel make them songs out. Go ahead, sis.
It's just I asked because a lot of Christians I watch debates and they would say that Solomon's not saying it's not Solomon that's talking, it's one of his wives and ex-wives.
No, that there is Solomon that's talking. We could hear, we could probably get it, but it's not. And even if it's not Solomon that's talking, what's the point they're trying to make? That Solomon is not black.
That Solomon is not black, right? Because Solomon's supposed
Okay, so who is black? If it's not Solomon talking.
They're saying his wives are black.
So then, if his wives is black, what race is Solomon? Okay, it got to when we had to get down to it, which is why I like battling Christians, because for a second I like to live in their world and show them that what they believe is bullshit. Even if Solomon's wives were black, that would mean that Solomon would have to be black, because it's unlawful to take a wife from another nation. That's what Solomon got punished for. Right or wrong? So you get the point?
Yeah.
Where we at? Songs of Solomon? Real quick, last one. Was that after Psalms? Before Psalms? Proverbs?
Can Ecclesiastes, just after Ecclesiastes. I've got it.
After Ecclesiastes?
Okay.
Go ahead.
What's that one?
Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters
read
of Jerusalem.
Read it from 1. Well, right. I am black and comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Chapter, Songs of Solomon 1 and 1. The songs of songs.
No, the same one. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. So sis, if the Christians are saying this is not Solomon talking, are the wives talking to other women? Because it says, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. So what are they saying?
The debate I was listening to was saying that Israelites, us, we like that to base that who we are off scriptures. And they brought up Solomon. They would say, well, this is a woman. And I did look at it, it's like feminine. Some of them are feminine. Some like she'll say, we know that homosexuality is not, she'll say him or his. So like, oh, okay, so if Solomon's black, why are they saying he's or he? Or, so they're trying to, like, you know how the Edomites are.
Yeah, they don't understand nothing in the Bible. The very next line says, I am black but comely. The very next line says, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. He's talking to his wives saying, I am black but comely. Right? The very next line is saying it. The whole book is it's Cartel and Spice. It's Beanie Man and Lady Saw. It's I don't know, whatever. You get the point? It's a duet. It's like but I think it's not just one wife here. He's talking to them in poetry, they're talking to him back in poetry like a song. Go ahead.
Okay, is he not love letters? Because when back in church, we weren't really allowed to read.
Yeah, you need to read. You need to read all of Songs of Solomon, and you'll realize why they didn't want you to read it. You'll realize that shit. You'll realize that Cartel Virginity is not really a bad song. It's just Songs of Solomon. Yeah. Yeah. It's like that, boy. It's absolutely like that. It's absolutely like that. But the whole book is him and his wives back and forth. It's not just him alone. It's him and his wives back and forth. The white man wouldn't understand it because he don't like women. And he don't know how to talk to women, and he don't know when a woman talking to him. Black men understand this shit right here. Black men would read this and be like, damn, what the hell is going on here? Like, man, he said this, he said that. Let me see something here. Hold on. Bear with me one, and then we done. Salaki, I didn't know we was this late. Where's the one with the Oh, I might have to look it up. Where's the one with the tree cap and the fruit?
Tree and the fruit.
Hold on. Okay, read this for me, Cap. Read Songs of Solomon 4. Start at 3. Nice and low.
Songs of Solomon 4 and 3. Thy neck is like the tower of David.
No. 4 and 3. Start at 3.
4 and 3.
Yeah.
Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet, and thy speech is comely. Thy temples are like a piece of pomegranate within thy locks.
Right. This is the woman talking to him. Keep going.
Thy neck is like the tower of David, building for an armory.
Right? You see like how they're talking to him. They're saying, listen, your neck big and strong like the Tower of David. Like, y'all think y'all what's this, Gen Z? This is Gen Z generation? Gen Z, y'all think y'all fire. Y'all think y'all the freaky generation, right? And she see a big tower going up. A woman visualizing something like that, brother. Her mind is somewhere else. Go ahead, Art.
Come on, God. Whereon there hang 1,000 bucklers, all shields of mighty men.
She's saying your neck strong like David Castle that men that stand up on. Meaning like you is a mighty ass nigga. That's what she's telling you. Go ahead.
Come on, God. Thy 2 breasts are like 2 young roes that are twins, which feed among the lilies.
And he telling her back that. You get the point? Like they're going back and forth. Go ahead.
Come on, God, until the day break and the shadows flee. I will get me to the mountain of myrrh and to the hill of frankincense.
Go ahead.
Thou art like the fair, my love. There is no spot in thee.
Hold on, read 7 again.
Thou art all fair, my love. There is no spot in thee.
Say you are all beautiful, my love. There's no spot in you. You are perfect. There's no blemish on you. Hold on, where we at?
Verse 8.
So let's skip down to 9.
Verse 9. Thou hast ravished my heart, my sister, my spouse.
No, she telling him that. You ravish my heart, girl. My sister, listen, whatever they say today, what they say today. And Judah say, old school Judah would say, man, she have you wide open. She have your nose wide open. Like how a dog would smell a female dog in heat. And he's smelling a bull. When it's time to mating season, he's smelling the cow and his nose flaring. Say, boy, she got your nose wide open. Look at you. You whipped. You get the point? He said, my love, you have ravished my heart. Go ahead. My sister, my spouse. Put that in a text message, Akim. Trust me. Trust me, Akim. Listen.
Right.
I don't drink much, but when I do drink, put that in a text message, Akim. You're gonna see something. Go ahead.
Thou hast ravished my heart with one of thine eyes, with one chain of thy neck. How fair is thy love, my sister, my spouse. How much better is thy love than wine, and the smell of thine ointments than all spices. Thy lips, O my spouse, drop as a honeycomb. Honey and milk are under thy tongue.
Hold on. How he know honey and milk under her tongue? He's been under her tongue. That's how
my lips sit up.
He's been there. He's been to the land of milk and honey, and it's good. He said honey and milk in your mouth, you know. He said under your tongue. To Sister Afon, they ain't know nothing about this. Sister Afon, they ain't know nothing about this. You get it? I mean, the whole book is like this. The whole book is like, she said, I want to sit under the, what she said, I want to sit under your tree and taste your fruit. Somewhere in here, it's there. Just go read it and, you know, put what you learn into practice and you'll figure it out. With that, I pass the class over to Priest and Trooper with the high holler.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into a school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher would arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will get permission from the head, which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 to 8 to 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Masharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest funds. Free will offerings for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Is it trumpets?
Trumpets card.
October the 2nd. Announcements. Holy convocation from the sheep. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, scarves with that man of Israel. Amajium Shabbat. Amajium Barak.
How about Shem Shabbat?
Yajam Mitzah. Sar, give the sisters a kind salute. Man of Israel. Amajium Shabbat. Amajium Barak. Yajam Mitzah. Dismiss.
Yeah, but